Well, as the lights slowly turn back on, this game is about to start. We've got two pretty tough teams, wouldn't you say, Shill?
Oh, I'd say so. We got good players on each team. I noticed Scott the Flash Foster over on the middle school team. He is the one wearing the vibrant USA jersey. That might be hard to beat, Joe.
Very, very challenging to beat. Now this new middle school team, I have noticed they do have a couple of new players by the names of Mr. Adaman and Mr. Kralin. Now these two are the 9th grade basketball coaches, and I've seen them coach. They are very good at what they do. Let's see if they can take their coaching skills and put them onto the court tonight.
Well, the high school student section sure is ready for the tip-off, and so are we. Let's take it away. And the middle school seems to win the tip, keeps it in bounds.
Ace for three.
The first shot, almost an air ball, barely catches the backboard.
We got little kids running onto the court, but we are okay. Problem solved. Skip past to Mr. Lutz. Mr. Lutz gets a look. Oh! Now Mr. Lutz is mine and Sam Schill's former Advanced Placement U.S. History teacher. Now he did a fantastic job teaching us, both of us, passing that AP exam.
It sure wasn't easy. I got by the skin of my teeth, but there we go.
Rolling for three. Celebrating with his fellow coach. There's two guys we've got to look out for tonight.
Over to Cook. Rumors are he can dunk it. We will see if he pulls that out of the bag.
He's a very athletic type. I know he coaches football and track.
Here he is. Oh, just long.
Healy with his first monster board of the night. We can expect a lot more of those. And a kick to the rack.
Goes to the rim, but Mr. Lutz wasn't having any of that. Larson, standing at barely 5 feet, gets the rebound.
Lots of commotion under the basket after that play. Wow, this could be an aggressive night. But let's hope for the best.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that student section over there looks like they are going to be on the referee's case.
Now that referee, his name is Isaac Grabe, and I play basketball. And I'll tell you what, my basketball skills pale in comparison to his. He stands at about 6'6" and can slam dunk the rock.
There's a difference between playing the game and knowing the game, though, Joe. We'll see if he can call just as well as he can play.
And that is an and one for Mr. Adaman. Now, Adaman and Kraley have scored the only middle school points. Let's see if Adaman can put the cherry on top of his finish with a foul.
And he does nothing but net.
And there it is.
High school seems to be starting a little slow. I think they walked into this thing and they'd roll over the middle school after winning 3 years in a row, but I think they got to pick their heads up a little bit.
And here's the deal. You can play to win, or you can play not to lose.
And there it is, Mr. Crazy You Willie Willette, reigning MVP, and he shows why he is.
And although he's a very good basketball player, he's a better friend and tennis coach. Isaac Johnson, son of Kirk Johnson, with the bucket to get the middle school team up by 6 early in this game.
That Isaac Johnson, his facial hair almost compares to mine, Joe.
Not quite, though.
Hey, it's hard to beat this stash. Wow.
Adaman with another three for the middle school team.
It's raining in here.
Wow.
There we go. High school got a call. Olsen goes to the line. Let's see if we can put him in.
Now, Schill, we both know he's known to be extremely competitive.
Oh, trust me, I know. And he drains the first. Apparently he's only taken one.
One free throw for 2 points as it is running time. Mr. Welch here about to sub in. I believe so.
Mr. Cooper checking in at the table, ready to get into the game.
Number 15, Mr. Casperson, also known as James Harden, about to check in.
It seems that both Cooper and Casperson shaved their heads to become more aerodynamic for this game.
We've got both second lines coming in for each team. Now, I would say that the high school team's second line is a little bit stronger than the middle school team. Any thoughts, Shill?
I would agree completely. They definitely have depth. The talent veers off a little bit more for the middle schoolers.
Number 25, Mr. Schlaman,
Oh,
though,
Varley
a
goes to the
very
hoop,
good
but couldn't
player.
quite get it.
His son, also on the basketball team with myself.
Here's the hockey coach, Mr. Welch. Oh, he's got some skills on the court, it looks like, too. Oh, just long. Here we go, Mr. Schlotman, my old football coach. Back when I was in middle school, I ran a little bit of the middle linebacker position.
Sam was a very good football player for Hastings Middle School.
Oh, that's a great look. Another one down.
Mr. Molo, now that's his first shot of the night, and he sank that thing.
Some would call that 100% from the field, Joe.
I would also call it 100% from the field.
Great minds think alike.
Now we've got this high school section just massive tonight.
And I can see him right there. Jack Tuznow with the number 21 Hastings basketball jersey on was just giving it to Isaac Rabe. Getting in his head.
The high school students almost distraught with this early lead for the middle school team. I mean, Sam, what can the high school team do at this point to help get themselves back into this game?
I don't know. Maybe a little magic would help. Oh, that also would have helped. There he is, Coach Welch takes off the skates and laces up the basketball shoes and gets the job done here for the Raiders. Let's see if he can keep it up.
A bucket with authority, might I add.
Chuck Varley, not only a basketball player and a teacher, but a rock star, has his own band.
Mr. Castro with a pass into the middle. Cooper going up, and a foul call from Isaac
That has got to be a foul. We'll see if Isaac Rabe can stay impartial here as a referee. He is a high schooler.
He is, as a matter of fact. He didn't make that call with some extra flavor authority, possibly.
Rumor has it that the high school student section may be slipping money to him.
You know, I personally did see that, so I can confirm that this ref is being paid in money. Not paper money, however, Monopoly dollars.
Well, the high school is really going to have to keep those Monopoly dollars flowing if they want this game to turn around. I told you that aerodynamic head was going to work one of these times.
Now, previous to we've got a line change here, and I'd like to call out a couple of players coming into this basketball game. Now, we've got Josh Colvin, and we spoke to Josh before the game, and we said, Mr. Colvin, is there any nickname that you'd like to be called? And Sam, would you mind telling the folks at home what he would like to be called?
Well, true story. He told us he would like to be called Fat Guy with the Donuts.
We said, wow, we don't want to say that on the air, but then we did.
And you know why I did? Because I have a big psychology test that he teaches tomorrow, and I want an A.
And so I want you to have an A.
If a fat guy in a donut's going to give me that A, then I'm going to take it.
So be it. A little arguing from the players to ref Al Storley.
I would be a little scared if I was that ref. These students have been known to storm the court at any time and create a dog pile.
Perhaps a discrepancy on the floor. Colvin is coming back on defense. Clock still running, so we do think that the game is still going.
I'm not exactly sure what happened there. It seemed that the middle school kept playing and the high school thought that we were paused. Mr. Welch just went over and it looked like he was looking for a fight with Mr. Black on the middle school side. The high school now down double digits. We're going to need some magic from our ladies teachers to get it done.
Here we go. That was a great shot by number 46 there. Wagi dribbling up the court. Great pass down low. Pitches it back out. Almost another bucket.
Miss Peterson gets the rebound. Megan Corner with the rebound. She is the reigning champ of the rock, paper, scissors tournament at Snow Week.
Megan Corner with some good looks early. Let's see if she'll be able to convert on the next couple.
And Miss Peterson takes it down the court, looks for Mrs. Hoff, connects with a pass. Oh, and Miss Hoff kicks it out of bounds.
A great effort, really. She's a very nice lady. Me and Sam Schill both know her personally. Almost like a mother figure to us, even though we both have respective mothers.
Yes.
She's very kind.
Great lady.
Waggy with a quick attempt at a pass. Now he's very quick.
Oh.
I recently shot baskets with Mr. Waggy at the local Hastings YMCA, and he said his proudest moment in basketball so far was beating senior captain point guard Grant Holler in a game of pig.
And did you see a fat guy with a donut get up in the air and come down with that rebound, Joe?
Very, very nicely done by ours truly, Mr. Colvin.
And it looks like we've got the starters back out there for both the high school and the middle school. I think we need Mr. Lutz to really pick it up. He told me earlier today that he has vertigo, but is still here. What do you think about that, Joe?
You know, at first going into this game, I was expecting Game 6, Michael Jordan experiencing flu symptoms, Mr. Lutz to see today. But we clearly have not seen much of that.
No, he is barely getting down the court.
Mr. Olson trying to run the break. Isaac Rebate calls a quick foul from behind on counselor at the middle school, Mr. Charlie Black.
And the high school student section is absolutely loving it. Good handles. Oh, but can't put it in.
Cook with a great rebound, however.
It is going to be hard to out-rebound Cook. He's got the calves of an Olympic weightlifter.
Lutz for three,
Oh.
cannot connect. High school teams struggling to get those 50-50 balls that are necessary to win a game like this.
Oh, air ball, air ball.
And you can hear the students chanting. Healy waiting, almost a mailbox down the floor. Oh, a tough take, but no finish. Olsen running the break again.
High school coming back down the court here. Arson. Olsen back at the line. Looking to get two more for the high school. Bring it within single digits. That would be nice. If Joe and I seem biased tonight, it's because we are. We really want the high school team to win.
We most certainly are incredibly biased because it's our last year of high school. As seniors, we'd like to end off with a win.
You know, here at Hastings High School, we don't get many wins with our athletic teams. But the past few years, we haven't been able to count on our teachers to bring home the win. So we would like that again.
Very, very true, Sam.
However, our tennis team here at the high school that both Joe and myself are on. Now talk about a successful team.
Excellent tennis team, coached by number 5, Mick Willett. We were section finalists last year, only to be beaten by Eastridge.
And here comes Willett himself down the court. Whacked out of bounds. Looks like it will stay Hastings High School ball, though.
Subs coming in here, and in comes the middle school team's prospective best player, Scott the Flash Foster. Now, Schill, I'll say myself, I am very worried. What are your thoughts on the Flash?
Well, I have lots of thoughts, but the first that comes to mind is it looks like he is going to be hard to get around.
The round mound of rebound. Mr. Reuter with a great board.
Oh, Mr. Hannenberg. Yeah, he's a wrestling coach, so he knows how to get in there and razzle-dazzle.
Mr. Hannenberg, outstanding teacher at this building, known by some as Mr. Hambly Dambly.
I sure enjoy that nickname. We got Miss Meyer for the middle school coming down the court, passes it off to Mr. Valek. Mr. Valek can't go for the shot, and oh, he gets it back though. Oh.
Mr. Valek as I know from my 6th grade tech ed class, is a profound rugby player. And that very aggressive build is helping him out tonight.
Not only does he love rugby, but he loves brushing his teeth, doesn't he, Joe?
Very much so. He brushed his teeth quite often in the middle of class. But you cannot blame the guy for practicing good hygiene.
I know that the both of us could use a little better hygiene.
If only you could smell my breath right now, viewers at home.
I can. Here we go, an inbound to Mr. Hannenberg, Hamley Damley. Oh, just long.
For 3, Kanakis go. Scott the Flash Foster with a great board.
The Flash is moving at lightning speed down the court.
And Isaac Rebay there with another fantastic call. The high school section continues to love it.
It looked like we had some
from deep.
interference by the student section over there, and that is half, 18-8, first quarter. I apologize. We're going 4 quarters here, ladies and gentlemen.
It's going to be a long night tonight, Hastings.
They're not getting much break here. We want to get them back out there.
You know, it is the first quarter, so there will not be much of a break. But, you know, viewers at home, and also people attending the game do appreciate the lack of a break.
I do. I'm getting sweaty just talking.
I am as well.
Joe, what do you think are some tips to success for the high school team to get back into this game?
Well, my number 1 tip, which they have not been following lately, is to simply score more points than the other team.
I mean, if you really think about it, if they score more points than the other team, is there any way to lose?
Not possible, which is why I am just confused as to why not more sports teams follow that strategy.
Well, it looks like they could hire us as psychologists to get their head in the game.
I could not agree more. A great point.
It seems that the middle school will be starting with the ball here. Waggy to inbound it, wearing his soccer shoes.
Now, Mr. Waggy is a soccer coach here at the high school, I believe.
Yes, the JV coach here at the high school.
Yes.
I believe his team this year actually went undefeated at the JV level.
Very nicely done, all in part to Coach Waggy.
Oh, those skills do not quite translate to the basketball court, though.
Esterby from the corner cannot connect.
Mr. Fairbanks gets the rebound, though, unfortunately turns it over. Mr. Fairbanks was my neighbor growing up. His parents live right next to me, and I swim in their pool all the time.
Very nice house they have.
Oh, yes.
Pleasant, one might say.
Oh, here's Mr. Colvin. Oh, he puts it up. Oh, that was nowhere close.
Little bit of a rocket off the back.
Hey!
Great bucket.
And Miss Peterson for the high school team gets 2. That'll help.
That will help. We got to cut the lead as much as we can. We cannot allow shots like that. Miss Peterson, mademoiselle, the French teacher.
The French teacher, bonjour.
Bonjour, bonjour, with the great board.
Hopefully we'll be saying bonjour to the ball in the hoop more.
Could not agree more. A great take by Miss Pearson. Unfortunately cannot connect.
Mr. Waggy. I think he might be wearing a male choker.
You know, it looks like it. Not the most highly fashionable piece of jewelry, but personally I enjoy it.
Couldn't have said it better, Joe.
Oh, great pass by Mr. Colvin. Fairbanks, a little too hard off the glass.
Yep, there we go.
Miss Corner fouled on the shot.
We have Megan Corner going to the line, and she looks like she would rather be any other place right now.
She does not look like she's having too much fun, a little winded, but maybe, just maybe, deep inside, she's having some FUN.
I really hope she goes with the under the legs granny shot. Unfortunately not. Oh!
Probably why
catches
she
the
did
rim.
not make that shot, because it was not through her legs.
We got the first lines for both teams coming back in, hoping to put some more points on the board. High school still down 10 with just over 12 minutes to go in the first half.
It's been a great first half. High school team is down by double the points that the middle school team has. Which what I just said does not make much sense. Joe, can you clarify what I just said?
Well, you see, as I learned in math a few years ago, if we have 10 and then we double it, that means we have 10 more, meaning we'd have 20. That was Mr. Olson with the splash from behind the arc.
Mr. Olson was a little bummed that his son Ryder could not be here tonight. We'd like to give a shout out to little Mr. Ryder Olson and his brother Soren on this special night for their dad.
If you guys are watching, your daddy's putting on a show.
Cook with a great bucket to help the high school team carve into the middle school team's lead.
Oh, and that was a deep three by Mr. Black. Wow, and what does he do? He walks straight over to the high school student section and stares him down.
Nothing but net, absolutely a splash from Mr. Black.
Stone cold. Oh, but he throws it out of bounds. Looks like he got a little cocky. Looks like we have some ladies over at the booth where we're announcing. They might want some autographs. Unfortunately, it seems they're only talking to Joe. I can't say that I'm not used to that, though. Joe is quite the ladies' man. Mr. Willett, between the legs. Running circles around people. Dishes it off to Mr. Olson. See if Mr. Olson can keep on his streak. Oh, just in and out. We got Mr. Johnson streaking down the court here. Mr. Healy, that was an easy rebound, but couldn't put up the layup. The high school is starting to, wow! Talk about a takedown. That was Mr. Olson. Remember when we talked about hyper competitive? That's what we're talking about.
I was getting a little halftime game show setup going on. We had a little mishap with one of the middle school girls who opted out, but we have thankfully found a replacement.
Joe, there's no need to lie to our viewers. We know you were flirting with the middle school girls.
Well, Sam, you've caught me again. But viewers, definitely stay tuned for a phenomenal halftime show.
It is going to be a doozy, let's just say that. We got some subs coming in on both sides. It seems that Mrs. Zabel, coach for the high school team, is switching up the lines a little bit here, trying to get some more points on the board. I think she needs to get in Luch's head and tell him, hey buddy, pick up your game, we need more from you.
And you know, when you're down by 12 in this kind of a game, it's kind of what you gotta do.
Drastic times call for drastic measures, Joe.
I believe that phrase was used in the dinosaur age when they said, Jurassic times call for Jurassic measure.
You are exactly right. And a chance to convert on the and one for Mr. Welch.
Mr. Welch, a phenomenal defensive back coach. I had him as my own defensive back coach, and we would sit in the backfield and have certain conversations. And I can tell you right now, this man does not think that sharks are fish. Can you elaborate on that, Sam?
Doesn't believe that sharks are fish. Now that's curious to me because, one, they're in the water. Number two, they're definitely not walking, they seem to be swimming. And number three, they can only breathe underwater. Now I don't have the exact definition of a fish here, but that sounds pretty accurate to me.
With that logic, I think we are both right in that sharks.
Oh, welcome to Splash Town, Minnesota. There's Mr. Casperson. Fear the beard, ladies and gentlemen.
That is a phenomenal shot. Cuts the middle school lead to 7.
Oh,
quick steal.
You can do it on the defensive side too.
Huge would be a bucket here for the high school team.
Oh, dishes it to Mr. Varley, who puts it up. There's 2 more.
Such a beautiful state of events for the high school team. The lead is now a mere 5 points.
Now, I saw the basket by Mr. Varley, but if I'm being completely honest, the only thing I could look at was his mesmerizing locks of hair.
Truly incredible, I'd say. Tied together with a bandana.
Ooh. No wonder he's a rock star.
No wonder. Mr. Welch with a great move, and I saw some Mr. Cooper down low, but Mr. Cooper cannot get a handle on it.
Now, if you don't know Mr. Cooper, there's a little something you need to know about him, and that's that every single day he is working out at CrossFit.
CrossFit HSC, I believe. It is the CrossFit in Hastings, and he goes very hard, and as you can see, he's very toned.
And it seems that Laura Zabel, the coach for the high school team, is finally getting into the heads of her players. And they're starting to play like we know they can. Down by only 5 now.
Truly a great run here for the high school team. Let's see if they can finish it up. Oh, and a swat by Mr. Colvin.
Mr. Coleman says, get out of here. Oh! You know what Mr. Coleman said right there? A little LeVar Ball. He said, too big, too strong, never lost.
Now, Mr. LeVar Ball, that is a character. I'll tell you that. Now, DJ, Party Pete, DJ Z just played God's Plan by Drake, and there are some men in the front of the student section going a little wild. This is a great tune.
And we'll see if it's God's plan for this high school team to win here. I sure hope it is.
I sure hope it is too. We've got some people in the student section just bopping to this
Oh
song.
my gosh. That is dangerous.
Ben Streeter right in the middle there, looking really, really good.
Right off of a spleen injury too.
I believe it's called mono, and I don't know if he was at school today, but he would not miss this game. Good for Ben.
Oh, Miss Peterson goes over the shot. Oh, a little short. Oh, and the flash was not quite quick enough to get to that ball.
I mean, he is the Flash, but he's not the Flash square.
Exactly. Dub, I even got it tatted on me. 81 crashes to the party. Yeah, you know.
A great tune, really. Me and Sam are over here dancing, but you can't see that. Maybe you can. I don't know. We're new to this.
Sorry, folks, I couldn't resist rapping to that one. Oh, Michelle puts it up. Oh, wow, a little short. That was not the greatest form I've ever seen, but the student section loves the attempt.
She didn't get fouled on that shot, so she'll get 1 free throw for 3 points.
Right now, she's shaking up the nerves.
Let's see if she can convert on this 15-foot shot with no one guarding her.
Oh! Well, she almost touched the rim, and that's not bad.
Almost touched the rim, she did. Now Mr. Lute's back in the game. Let's see if he can finally pull his game together. Little old number 7 has been looking like Joe Mauer this last twin season.
Oh, I thought he played well.
He might have.
We're not big baseball fans.
Not big baseball fans at all.
Great reference, though.
Thank you, Shep.
Another player to mention is Tom Fritzy, wearing his classic backwards black baseball cap. Say that 10 times fast, backwards black baseball cap.
I don't even think I could say it once.
Well, that's why he's the reigning MVP.
5-point game once again. The high school team really carved into the once a 12-point lead by the middle school team.
Lutz with some good defense, he said, Let's see if he'll pull up here. Nope, looking for a pass. Finds Fritzy.
Fritzy to Willette down low.
Oh,
Willette
taken
cannot
away.
rip it out from Isaac Johnson. Isaac Johnson going up.
Oh, and he puts it in. I was hoping for a dunk.
fantastic facial hair was the only thing I was looking at.
Oh, Mr. Lutz just doesn't have his touch today. It must be the vertigo.
Must be the vertigo. He said today that he was very nauseous during class. And I said, Mr. Lutz, I don't know if I believe you.
There's this thing I like to call mind over matter, Joe, and that's what he needs to believe in right now.
And to add on to that statement, I've learned that whenever you get ill, it is all mental, and you can cure it by thinking that you are cured.
Your brother knows a little thing about mental beliefs. He's a big basketball player, but unfortunately has quite a few nerves, and when he goes to the line at basketball, he's been known to airball it. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, he is a terrible, terrible free throw shooter, but he gets significant minutes on the varsity. Myself, I do not get significant minutes on the varsity. However, I've taken 2 free throws this year.
2.
Made both of them.
Oh my gosh.
I'm currently leading the nation in free throw percentage.
100. And is it true that a couple of years ago, you were the leading scorer on the B Squad team?
That is true. I actually have the all-time B Squad leading scorer record, and that record is lowest average point total by a scorer. I was the leading scorer on the team and averaged a mere 7.3 points per game.
Very nice, Joe. And we're in the final minute of the first half here. Let's see if high school can put another basket in, reduce this game to single digits, that is.
Middle school team really extending on that lead right before halftime.
There it is, Cook with the layup, down by 8.
A great bucket by Mr. Cook to cut the lead to 8 points. Cook with the steal.
Coming down the court, looking for some help from his teammates. Dishes it off to Lutz. Lutz with the handles, almost loses the ball, gets past Healy. Oh, and it's taken away. He's looking for a call, but is not going to get one.
He's quite upset.
Here we go, 6 seconds left. Let's see if they can get a final shot up. Ah, not quite. And we've got halftime, ladies and gentlemen.
We will be doing the halftime show. You will not hear our voices, but please stay tuned.
Get ready for some good old fun halftime games. Here we go. Wish us luck so we don't embarrass ourselves in front of this big crowd.
Increase in high school middle school, line number 2. 12-minute quarters.
Riley with a good look. Fritzy back up and in.
And the high school is slowly creeping their way back into this game, only down 6 now.
Really just a great move by Mr. Fritzy. 3 from the middle school team. Oh, a little short. Waggy with a hustle play though to get it back in bounds.
We got numbers. Looks for Welch. Oh, not quite. Welch doesn't look like he's stopped that fast in many years.
Now, Mr. Welch, he does in fact go to my church, and if any of you viewers at home are looking for a church, I will be advertising Crossroads Hastings. Just a great church with a great message. Mr. Olson also attends Crossroads. We've got Hannenberg up top with the ball right now. A great dump into Mr. Welch. Fritzy back up again, and the finish.
That's what you call a big body, folks.
Now, Schill, on a scale from 1 to 10, how has Mr. Fritzy started this half?
Well, I would have to say 11.
11 out of 10, folks. Well, you heard it here first. Mr. Fritzy really coming to play.
It's got to be that backwards black hat, so sleek.
And he's just cut the middle school lead to the shortest it's been in a long time. Only a 4-point game now.
I think I'm hearing some comeback chants from the student section. That's what it's looking to be like.
Yeah, you know, they're missing the face of Raider Nation, whose name is Sam Schill, and he's sitting right next to me. Sam, you mind saying a little bit on your role as the face of Raider Nation?
Well, as the face of Raider Nation, it's my duty to really get the student section going. I'm talking chants, I'm talking getting wild and rowdy, maybe some water guns, maybe ripping off the shirts, a little crowd surfing, anything to get our players going. But today, I decided to take over the commentating booth, and it's a pretty good transition if I do say so myself.
Now for the viewers at home, DJ Z, the boys basketball DJ, just played the song, Tell Me What You Want, and it only reminds me of another HCTV televised program, the 2018 variety show. Sam, as a spectator of that, what did you think?
Oh my gosh, that's all I can say OMG, because what I saw during that variety show was the boys basketball team wearing scantily clad clothes and singing to this song.
We also had Dylan Borash winning with his rendition of a song and piano playing that won on the talent show. Very talented young man, Dylan Borash.
And now, playing the piano the way he does with his fingers is unbelievably talented. But what really got me is when he played it with his foot.
It was absolutely incredible.
You heard me right, folks. His foot.
His foot, indeed. And it was incredible as it was. It is not as incredible as watching Scott the Flash Foster run up and down this floor like a madman.
It truly is more of like a performance than a sports game right now.
Truly.
I can't take my eyes off of him.
It's just fantastic in a
It
word.
looks like he might have a nice bronzer going. Has he been visiting the tanning booth, Joe?
A sun-kissed tanning. He is a frequent flyer there. Mr. Fairbanks.
Heather Meyer getting the rebound. Moving it up the court. Here we go. Gives it to the Flash. Pulls up. Oh, just short. Down 9. 5 straight for the middle schoolers.
And as close as the game was, it is starting to fall back out of the high school team's reach. Let's see what they can do. Mr. Healy, very fired up at center court here with the yellow bandana. He's rocking it right now. Let's see what Mr. Lutz can do.
And really the difference in this game has been the first line for the middle schoolers.
Very tough play by that first line, particularly on the defensive end. They put up points as they please, but their defense has just been solid all night.
And another 2 for Sam Healy. Hey, it's hard to stop an 8-footer.
Very, very hard to stop. 8.
Oh, there's 2 for Olsen.
By Mr. Adaman. Mr. Olsen trying to stare him down, taking this game a little too seriously.
Hey, I like good competition just as anybody else. But he's getting a little overboard here.
It is all right. We've had much more competitive teacher games in the early 90s and the late 90s. This is a good level.
And Pistol Pete's gonna claim this one at the line. He wants to tee up the high school team for shooting that after the whistle there, but he's not gonna get one.
Pistol Pete played college basketball after his prolific career for the Raiders, and he pulls up for a shot here, gets it to go. Wow, Shill, what do you think?
A little toilet bowl there.
Mr. Olsen with the turnover. That has been very common of the high school team just because of that astounding middle school team defense.
Good rebounding by Cook on the other side, though.
Pass out to Mr. Lutz in the corner, feeds it into Willett.
Willett with a contested shot.
Wow, that was tough, but he almost got it to go.
And just like that, the high school team is down 13. What is happening?
It's not been easy for this high school team. Ooh, tough bounce from Mr. Healy off the rim on a shot that I truly thought was going in. Mr. Lutz, the, as earlier mentioned, advanced placement American history teacher, passes a Cook, who converts on a 3 for the high school team.
There we go. That's a step in the right direction.
Our first little set of chant by the high school student section.
Not too shabby. This is what we need right here. It really has been our second line that has been scoring the points for us.
It would be fantastic to get them back in this game. We'll see what they can do.
Little prediction right here, Joe. I'm calling it right now. Mr. Hannenberg, this shift dropping a deep 3.
Deep 3. He has been in the gym after wrestling practice, of course. He gets his shots up. We'll see if he can convert here on the big stage. Schlotman for three.
Oh, that was a line drive.
A little short.
Looked like he was pitching a baseball.
He's going to have to talk to his son, Matthew Schlotman, who was one of the best three-point shooters in the conference.
And I just looked up into the stands, and Mr. Schlotman's own wife was airballing him.
That Tina Schlotman, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the best fans Hastings has ever seen. So good, in fact, she's not afraid to airball her own husband.
True love, am I right?
You are. Pagel's going to pull up here. No dice.
Mr. Barley bringing it down the court. Oh, that was an advantageous pass right there.
And it almost hit one of the HCTV cameras, luckily evaded though.
Hey, those are our partners right there. I gotta watch out for them. We got Mr. Lutz here at the booth who thinks it's cool to rub his sweat all over me.
He is a very sweaty man. But he
I really hope I pick up on that vertigo.
Thank you, Mr. Lutz. Now, Mr. Lutz just said that me and Sam are the smartest students he's ever had, and also, coincidentally, the most handsome.
Well, I don't really know what to say to that because you've said it all.
Thank you, Mr. Lutz.
Oh, lays it off the back of Mr. Paglin out of bounds, looking like a circus act.
Not good. Mr. Foster, not happy about the pass. He would have rather seen a shot.
Mr. Chuck Farley with two. And just like that, we're within 6, cutting the lead a bit here, Joe.
Now, it has been easy for the high school team to cut into these bigger leads, but it's that 4 to 6 point hump that they just cannot get over. Now, Schill, any suggestions here for the high school's third line in getting over this 6 point hump?
Now, this is a little something that's been coming to mind for me. I see Mr. Colvin out there. Fat man with a donut, he likes to be called. And I noticed that he seems to have a nice, sturdy base. If possibly we just take Mrs. Hoff and put her on his shoulders, it seems that we would have an 11-foot person that could easily lay the ball right into the hoop for a D-U-N-K dunk.
And if you threw a trench coat over that whole person on top of person contraption, you would have one less player, and you could put another player on the floor.
Why aren't we coaches, Joe?
I don't know. The high school team is really could use this right now. Great board for Mr. Fairbanks. He's hustling everywhere. Colvin with a dangerous pass. Fairbanks up and in off the glass. Very nice.
Talk about a buzzer beater. That is the momentum the high school needed within 4 now, and they need to take over.
What a game it's been. A more competitive game than we've seen in years past. The middle school team still having the lead throughout all 3 quarters.
This is the final quarter. It all comes down to this, Joe. Oh, we got here Mr. Welch at the booth.
Here. Mr. Welch, do you have anything to say about how the game's been going so far?
I think both teams are working really hard. Our A group's kind of letting us down a little bit. We thought they'd be a little better matchup, but I think they're a turnaround. We've been conditioning hard. 4th quarter's our quarter.
We've noticed some good chemistry between you and Mr. Fritzy.
Yeah, me, Mr. Fritzy, Kasperson, Barley, we had the connection, the B connection. We, real team camaraderie. We've worked hard this offseason to really do some team building stuff. A lot of nights together, staying over, sleepovers, things like that.
Nothing like a good slumber party to work on the teamwork.
Yeah, thank you guys.
And that is Mr. Welch, my old defensive back coach, and his wife, Marissa Welch, is also a tennis coach here in Hastings. The boys and the girls. Shill, I know you've had Marissa Welch as a tennis coach. Any words on her?
Just a great spirit. I started my first ever year of tennis as a sophomore, and I come in and Marissa tells me, Sam, you're really going to have to work for it if you want to work your way up this team. And what did I do? I worked. She gave me that opportunity to work, and I think I proved to myself.
Shill, I'm just so excited to have you as a part of our program in tennis here in Hastings. And a quick bucket for the middle school team gets their lead back up to 6 with the A line coming on again for both teams.
And this is where the high school has gotten into trouble with that first A line. I think what they really need here is some good defense to keep it close.
Yes, good defense indeed. They also need to put points on the board, because back to my earlier strategy, which shill that was.
Just score more than the other team, folks. That's all you need to do.
Pass up the floor to Healy. He's going to try to go up, but gets tripped up by his own feet.
Looks like he got scared with Mr. Cook stomping down on his heels.
Can you blame him? Olsen dumps to Lutz. Lutz a look.
Lutz, there we go. That might be his first couple points of the game. You know what it was, Joe? That pep talk we gave him over here.
I think so. Willette fighting for that ball. Great tip to Mr. Lutz, who again has the ball in his hands.
We'll see if he stays hot here. Oh, I think we might have jinxed him.
Mr. Lutz is getting a little bit confident here, but you know what? That's all right.
Here we go, Olsen bringing it down the court. Looking to shake and bake.
Shake and bake. Wow. Good move by
Oh,
Olsen.
yes, sir.
Tough finish. Now, Mr. Olsen went to high school in Buffalo and did very well there, and then continued to manage basketball at North Dakota State University.
And now he's at our very own Hastings High School and has just cut the lead of the middle schoolers to 2. Where's Willette? Up. Oh, that would have tied it up.
Rolls
that
off
would
the
have
rim.
been huge. And Pistol Pete just shakes and bakes.
Feet up for the shot. Oh, swatted by Mr. Cooper. What a play.
Wow, that's a little payback.
It's that CrossFit athleticism. Olsen again with the ball. Takes a shot, no good. Rebound to Mr. Healy.
And this is just what we needed from our first line.
Not only have they held the middle school team to 0 points, but they've also added 4 of their own. And a swat by Olsen. But Mr. Adamant, tough, and lays it off the glass.
All right, here comes in our second line, which has been hot. With the score down only 4. I'm thinking they're going to be able to get the lead here, Joe. What about you?
You know, the thing that I've enjoyed most about this second line is their positivity and enthusiasm. They've just been having the most fun, and as a result of that, scoring the most points and playing the best defense.
And that's really what this game is all about. Having fun, raising money for a good cause, and I guess playing a little basketball.
Yes, and that money, including that good cause, will be going to 2 Hastings High School seniors for a scholarship fund.
Who knows? Maybe me and you, Joe.
Maybe a couple of PA announcers like ourselves. Now the middle school team just hit a 3, which gets the lead back up to 7. Hannenberg for 3, off the backboard and the rim. Rebound to Pagel.
Mr. Pagel bringing it down the court. Looks over to Slotman. Slotman goes up. Oh, embarrassing.
Slotman connects on a short corner jump shot to extend the middle school lead to 9. Shield. This one's looking almost a little out of reach for the high school team.
High school holds on to the ball here. The time is ticking though. They've got to get moving quick.
It is a running clock, so they have no seconds to spare. Mr. Welch with a great look and finish.
There we go, he rattles one in right there. Yes, that's the out of bounds that we need from the middle school. High school ball. Mr. Charlie Black's trying to yell at his team over here to slow it down. Maybe a little strategy to waste a little time.
Fritzy, great move. That looked good from our angle, Shill.
High school is just missing, but they're rebounding well. Good pass by Hannenberg. Wells can't put it in. He's stuffed again. Oh, and he gets the call. This to bring it within 5. And the student section knows this one, singing along.
Fritzy with a great shot and the foul there. Sweet Caroline. So good, so good, so good. The high school team cannot be stopped in the glass right now. Hamburg for three. Close but no tomato.
Lots of
What's that expression? Show close but no tomato?
That's the one. Or is it close but no avocado?
Close but no cucumber.
There it is. Here comes our third line.
We'll see if they can put up some points. Close this lead enough for the A team to get it back.
It only takes one bucket to really shift the momentum here.
Now, Mr. Luce from the bench just asked Mr. Colvin where his donut is, and that might be why his nickname is Fat Guy with a Donut.
Hey, I knew that if a donut was in front of me, I'd run a little faster.
As would I.
Miss Meyer with the bucket.
The middle school team really having a night, getting a lot of shots to fall for them. Great pass by Mr. Colvin.
Alec with the quick hands, but can't quite keep it in. Colvin with the inbound. Gets it to Madame. Oh,
Madame
I was
with
hoping
it.
for another bonjour.
An unfriendly roll for Mademoiselle.
Heather Meyer looking to score another. Oh, the behind the back pass to number 23. Pulls up. Air ball.
Colvin up the floor here. They're going to need a quick bucket for the high school team.
Ooh, good defense.
Great contest by the middle school team.
That was Mrs. Larson right there, number 11. All right, here comes our first line. Coming off a really good shift last time. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the YMCA song is now playing. The student section going a little nuts. We got some boys in jerseys in the front row. Having a little extra fun.
This is just a classic. I remember singing and dancing to this at the YMCA dances back in elementary school.
Back in the day, we
Talk
were
about good
kids.
memories.
Unfortunately, that was when Sam and myself both peaked. And it's going to slow down a little since then.
Well, I do hold the mile record and the fitness gram pacer test at Pinecrest Elementary, so it's hard to get much better than that, Joe.
Well, I did go to McCullough Elementary, and when I ran the mile in first grade, I paced myself with my dear friend Jacob Richardson, and we got a flat 15 minutes.
15, that is not bad in the slightest.
Not bad at all. Olsen cannot get the fall on that one, but he will go to the line to shoot one.
And we really need these 2 points right here.
Down 12 late, it's going to be tough for them to come back. Olsen with the left there, an interesting strategy.
Can't quite get him to the fall, and this would be a miracle if we could pull it off here right now. There we go. Well, it's got it.
Willett with a great look. Just doesn't fall. A lot of the high school team getting good looks. And then the middle school team getting worse looks but making their shots.
And the middle schoolers are going to try to slow down the game here and keep the clock ticking. That might be the dagger.
Isaac Johnson has had an incredible night, hitting on all his shots. They've all been just pristine, smart shots.
Yes, and the girl middle schoolers are going crazy behind us. I can barely hear myself talk.
So nuts, in fact, that I bursted an eardrum tonight.
I burst 2 of them.
If only there. Thankfully, we have 8 eardrums.
That's true. Just like a cat with 9 lives.
Very similar to a cat with 9 legs. Now, I will say, Isaac Rebay and Al Storley, despite what the high school team may think, have done a pretty fantastic job repping tonight. Healy goes up, and a quick layup. getting tough for the high school team at this point.
Look
Down
up for the
by-
dunk. Couldn't quite get it. Let's see if they give it to Cook. See if he can show off that dunk.
Olsen from very deep. Cannot get it to go.
And
Lewis for three.
oh,
No dice.
time's ticking down here. Is he going up for it? Oh, the layup. Not quite
A
done.
big finish off the glass though from Mr. Cook.
Well, it sure was a fun night as the final seconds tick down in what looks to be a big win here for the middle schoolers. There it is, folks. 63-49 in the favor of the middle school.
What an incredible night. We are here to present the trophy.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the presentation of the trophy. After they have shaken hands, the trophy will be presented by Mr. Jose and Mr. Sam Schill. Your attention, please, ladies and gentlemen, your attention at the scorer's table for the presentation.
First and foremost, we'd like to thank all the fans who came out tonight to support the great cause, giving scholarship. This is seniors here. I'm here with Sam Schill, fellow TA announcer for HCTV. Giveaway. Sam, take it away.
Although it's nice to live, but not like good. The trophy this year goes to the middle school.
A special thank you for all the viewers who tuned in tonight on Facebook Live or later on the HCTV showing of this epic teacher basketball game here in Hastings, Minnesota.
We sure are appreciative because without our wonderful viewers, we would not have this job where we are getting paid $0 an hour. But we do it for you.
We'd like a quick post-game interview with Mr. Hamburg of the high school team. Mr. Hamburg, can we get you over here to get some thoughts?
And here he comes.
Mr. Hamburg, a quick interview if you don't mind.
Came out here to make some shots, raise some money, and stay friends. We managed to only raise money.
There you have it. That, I believe, is a wrap, folks. We won't see you next year, but somebody will. We got to graduate.
Thank you kindly.